Hello and welcome back to Warhammer 3. This is probably going to be the last normal episode of this campaign. I think we're going to wipe out what's left of Nagorod and Malekith and achieve short campaign victory in this episode. And we're going to get back into actually doing that. Last time was a pretty severe detour to kill Be'lakor, but now that we've done that, it's time to blitzkrieg straight through everything he has left. And I don't see any real chance of opposition. I mean, I could auto-resolve here, and I may as well, but I could also take even less wounds by bringing up others. Looks like I didn't need to. I don't need the money, but at the same time, it's fine. I don't need the money. I think the plan is for everyone to push right, and then Tyrion's gonna go alone and go up once he finally catches up. But for now, it's just, you know, move as far forward as you can. We're not really doing anything too complicated here. We're finally able to do new military attacks, and let me tell you, this one seems really impactful. 20% more ammunition and 10% more missile strength on literally all archers. Yeah, sign me up. I wish I had that 20 turns ago. Hey, look at this. The land's a little bit less desolate and terrible than it used to be. That's good to see. I think I'm willing to give Alistair the Sword of Cain, just because, like, he's the only one remotely close to it. And I think the plan is to grab the Sword of Cain, come down here, meet up with a new army, crush through this guy, and start fighting the orcs with these three armies. That sounds somewhat sensible to me. The only question is, do I want something other than Shadow Warriors for these last slots? And the answer, I think, as weird as this might be, is going to be yes. And the thing I want is specifically probably dragons. They don't really seem to have much to do with this army, though, so probably not dragons. Like, that's the issue. I've made my army so wrong that it's easier to keep being wrong than to fix it and be correct. We're going to keep these two armies side by side so that if Dust and Cold Eye decides to ambush somebody in march stance, we'll be fighting two armies and we'll be fine. Here we've finished the army that was funded by the people we're at war with in a peace treaty. Let's start marching it over in the correct direction, which will be still a ways away, but we have to wait like 10 turns for the peace treaty to time out anyway, so it's fine. How much do these dragons cost per turn, by the way? 374. This army's really bloody expensive and, like, you know, almost certainly wrong. I shouldn't have done this. I think this army's just, like, almost objectively a bad decision. It's closer to right. I feel like, let me briefly go over to, like, the tab for buildings, because having thought more about this since the last episode, I think I went down this, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna use Shadow Warriors, and we're gonna use Shielded Sea Guards, and then I realized, like, if I have an army with Shadow Warriors, I don't want to have a bunch of guys that can't shoot and move at the same time, so you go all Shadow Warriors, and they're not complete trash in melee, but, like, they basically are. And I realized, like, that's not what I want. I don't want a Doomstack that's just 17 of these, a Lord, and 2 catapults. That feels very jank. And I've realized, I think, that this entire building lines feels like a bit of a trap, because I can still get Lothern Sea Guards just from having tier 3 ports. I get archers without even building this. I've been thinking I needed this to build archers. No, you get basic archers just from having the province. So I don't need the archers at all. This whole building line feels like it was a trap that, like, severely hamstrung me in terms of progressing my economy and tech tree. And over here, I feel like going for dragons now is a mistake. I feel like the thing I should be doing is going for Sisters of Avalor, and that would have been much better. But instead, I'm going for dragons, and honestly, dragons are so expensive and so slow that I'm probably better off waiting and just going straight for tier 5 dragons. And I don't know if dragons or phoenixes are better. Word on the street is the Arcane Phoenix and the Star Dragon are both pretty legit, but either way, I'm not that far off from it at this point. It's probably not worth investing in this. Oh well. But yeah, I think if I were to play this again, I would probably be going straight from archers to Lothern Sea Guard into Sisters of Avalorn. I don't think I would care about Shadow Warriors the way I did this campaign. And speaking of Sisters of Avalorn, we're going to reduce their recruitment duration in all provinces by 1. That seems really important. And with all of our money invested into more income buildings, everyone moved, all of our stuff handled, let's get straight to the next turn. Who are you? Karan Kar, the Dark Elves, hates me, and they declared war on me, and they live here. Cool. It turns out I have boats in the area. They'll be on their way. Looks like we're not picking up the Sword of Cain just yet. So, I have enemies here now. Hey, folks, know how we were gonna go pick up the Sword of Cain, which was probably not a good decision anyway? Great news, we don't have to do that anymore. Although, it's probably better to come up here rather than taking tons of attrition. That way we spend the minimum amount of time taking attrition on the way to their lands.
Master of high magic.
And based on the spooky towers here, yeah, here they are. Good. So we'll be there, I guess, like this turn we come over, next turn we get in. It's not going to be too bad, I don't think.
Be prepared,
if I go over to stance none, I think I'm exactly out of range. What about the other one? Do I need to have more movement? Yeah, no, it's going to take 2 turns no matter what. I'm sure that's the case here as well. Yep. Tyrion's going to force march north. You two are going to head out in this direction. I think there's no reason to go further than this. Just like move to here to conquer it. Because we're never going to get to Hog Grief in 1 turn from here, so no reason to take the attrition. And then from here we come up as well. No reason for this to be in force march anymore.
Student of Teclis.
And next turn, if they don't reinforce anything, we can take Temple of Cain here, Rakdo Gorge here, Kragoth Deep here, and that'll leave Hagroth and Nagaron there on their last legs. Probably will have time to get back Malekith and 1 more army. Oh, hey, they have the Circle of Destruction down here. What a name for a settlement, by the way. Oh, cool. So the sea lanes, I thought, just went from the left side of the map to the right side. But some of them actually just like go from one side of the continent to the other through like an underground river, I guess, as the underground sea lane name would imply. Neat. I did not know that was actually a route available to me. Or to my enemies, possibly more importantly. It's going to continue walking up the shore towards the people who have started shit with us. Now it's just your sole job to handle it, but I'm pretty sure this army has it. Hopefully these dragons are good and not a waste of my time. Now that's all my money invested in settlements. Next turn. This better not be a war declaration. They want a military alliance. What does this entail? I mean, I see no reason to say no, but counter offer, pay me more. Thank you. I needed that 40 gold. The Wah fails. The Broken Axe apparently had a Wah going on and it didn't work out for him. War of the Beard Redux. You just want me to declare war on the dwarves? No, fuck off.
It is good to receive guests.
Up to 143, still not quite the 150 I need, allegedly, for confederations.
Heir of an Aryan.
Right, so we can go to Rakdo Gorge here.
I live to serve my queen.
Oh, the Temple of Cain's kind of far away. That is not as close as I thought it was. Still, Tyrion's got this one handled. Oh, there's more up here. Well, Tyrion will go for that too. It looks like they're rallying an army there. Close victory, huh? How can it be close victory with low casualties? Am I losing units? No? All right. 427, close victory. Don't know if I agree with that. I will sack and occupy because it looks like Tyrion does need the regeneration there. Here on Illyrial, I'm going to just walk this direction, get closer to the Temple of Cain. On Poseidon, I'm just going to walk forward. No, I'm going to lay the siege. It's already decisive victory with low casualties. It's going to take the auto-resolve then.
The winds of magic.
Yeah, 140 is fine. I want to sack for the money, and I'm going to. Then I take this through. There's an army coming. It's not a big deal, though. We're in range of the city for defensive purposes. Oh, wait, is this? Wait, yeah, that's an enemy army. And then the Triels are just dancing next to them. I'm sure they're very annoyed by that. What are you doing? They're stimulating growth in enemy lands. I'm not sure you should have been stimulating growth in the Dark Elf territory. Whose side are you on? We need to reevaluate this military alliance. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you stimulating growth? I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe stimulate growth is actually stimulate/harm, and it's based on whether or not you're in friendly or rival lands, and it changed when I conquered it. That or they're absolutely idiotic. I don't know which. So we're going to force march over to the Forbidden Coast. Bring over our friends. I'm sure this declaration of war by these incredibly minor high elf or dark elf factions is gonna go well for them. Rank 82, huh? If you're keeping track, there's 100 people left in the world. They're in the bottom 5th. And as a reminder, I'm rank 1, right? Yeah, not going well for them. Who the fuck are you?
War and slaughter.
The Decadent Host, Warriors of Chaos. When you click on their flag, they don't talk to you, because that's not the flag you click on.
First for battle.
I'm confused.
The performance
I can talk to them.
When
I'm not interested in your Ursula bullshit. Leave me alone. I just don't know why I can't talk to that person. It doesn't matter, really, but I'm confused by it.
Purest form.
Continue bringing those
Led
dragons
by the
north. We need to
winds.
teach these people a lesson. And let's make people tankier, I guess. Oh. Yeah, Vanola, my starting mage of the heavens, is just done. I'm just putting points into scouting because that's the thing she's already doing. And we have another tribute to the Phoenix King. This war has just been sad. Malekith was not ready to fight me, and I imagine that no one in the world is ready to fight me. So part of this is normal difficulty, but part of it's also just a testament to how good crap stacks are. Like, yeah, you could make a Doom stack. You could understand the game and put all the pieces together to form the puzzle perfectly and build this army of perfectly synced units, or you could recruit a fucking lot of archers. My man, you are asking me for $750 American dollars to destroy my reputation amongst the world powers. No, thank you. Hey, we're finally in the top 100.
In times of crisis, you may petition your...
I'm not coordinating the war. Fuck them. Just don't want to.
You
Now, that
address
said-
the answer of Ulthuan.
Yeah, Confederation, we're still not over 150. Sure says you're improving, but you're not improving fast enough. Let me just throw more intrigue at you. Please, God, get to 150. I want to know if it matters or if it's just a meme. I assume the words I'm hearing on the internet are true and 150 is a meaningful breakpoint, but since it's just under a baseline evaluation, I don't know how anything works. All right, here, we're just going to attack this army. They're going to retreat. Then we're going to chase them down and continue attacking them.
Assur sorcerer. Toward power.
Get in range to reinforce, and that'll be an easy auto-resolve.
Ulthuan prevails.
Like, I'm not even looking at their armies. There's just such a crippling advantage in terms of numbers that it doesn't matter. Now, there's no army at Nagaron yet, and there's no army at Hag Grief either.
Weaver Elvin.
Are you able to get there? No, not even close. I'm gonna take Poseidon north.
Scholar supreme.
I think if I force march north on Poseidon, I can attack Nagaron next turn.
Speed, Assur!
And I don't think they have any military to punish me for taking this risk. Because what I'm really trying to make sure is that Nagaron doesn't get a lord and reinforce between turns. Here, that's the Temple of Cain taken out. They just don't have anything here to protect it. Fake ass bullshit Temple of Cain that doesn't actually have the sword at it.
For the greater good.
I like money, and I like regenerating quicker. So that's Illyrial done. Here, what are we looking at left? You're taking out Hag Grief, you're taking out Nagaron, and Tyrion heads north to fight the last one on his own by the look of it. We're in gold experience on a lot of this, and we're getting to it on all of it. That's kind of disgusting. If I look at my movement rate, I imagine that next turn I can get there without taking any attrition this turn. Cool. I specifically stopped because you said I wasn't taking attrition here. I guess I'll just go forward and take the attrition then. That was cool. Thank you.
Forget yourself.
Yeah, this isn't high experience. They do have like a couple of things that are weird, like the Bloodrack Medusa and the Scourge Runner Chariots, but I just have a lot of arrows and I trust in that pretty severely. Ah, right, yes, we're killing people. I forgot about this other war that just started. Alright, Alistair the White Lion can pop up.
No mercy.
But he can't actually do anything. It's all a prank, haha.
Gifted advisor.
Can I go anywhere else that matters? Because, like, I wanted to come help, but we're just not allowed to pop up here properly.
Assur.
Okay, cool, we're both on land. That's what matters.
Archmage.
I believe I have
Whichever
many
woeful
turns
deity
left on you,
protects
right?
you.
6
It
more
ends here.
turns. Hey, don't mind me. I'm not
There
doing
I
anything
must go.
suspicious. Just give me about 5 turns and then we can talk again. Talonquin, the noble I started with, is also basically just done. I'm like putting points in the Battle of Ages because what else am I going to do? All of our money, once again, reinvested to make profits. I think Nagaroth and Malekith have absolutely nothing. Neither does this Dark Elf faction. You're technically at peace with me. Let's continue the stomp. It wants me to beat up the Dark Elves that declared war on me for no reason. Somehow, I think that won't be a problem. Tyrion is going to take out this settlement. I imagine he can just do it. I don't even think I need to fight this manually. Heroic victory. Is anyone actually dying? That's fine. I'll just let him sit there. I don't want to do it myself. And I will absolutely be getting the additional regeneration rate by sacking. And looking at this, I could merge these experienced guys into one unit and then hire some new stuff with global. I don't think I need to. think I'm happy to just sit and wait.
Magic.
Here, Hagrafe is just dead. There's no army here. That's an auto-resolve. Excuse me? Can you elaborate? I guess this is an incredibly high tier settlement. One second, let me just like continue the siege for a hot second. Obviously that's the capital. It's tier 5. So what is the garrison specifically? They've got 4 dark shards with shields. They've got a couple of black arc corsairs with handbows. Don't seem like the craziest units. Shades, dread spears, bleak swords. The black arc corsairs, I'm imagining, are the main part of this. They also have, I think this is a single unit entity. I don't know what Nodens is. Anyway, in light of recent discoveries, we're gonna bring down the other army to assist. Yeah, that's much better. No, Nodens is not a single unit. It's a great sword infantry, and there's 100 of them. But yeah, it's definitely all this stuff in the first 5 that's tilting the balance of power against me at auto-resolve. Anyway, it's not nearly enough to get through the second army. It's real hard to say no to this amount of money. Like, I'm gonna sack that, and then we'll occupy after the sack. We got a Moondragon on one of these people if we ever actually fight a battle with them. Notably less than tier 5 now that I've gotten hold of it. Let's repair all this. We're gonna take this army of Poseidon up north. They'll handle Nagaron next turn, I guess. Man, you're a lot more impressive aboard that dragon, aren't you? Holy shit. Are we able to get there? Alaridil is very fast. She might actually be reaching that. I can't quite tell if she's 1 tile off. She's 1 tile off. Right, so about these Dark Elves that just went to war with me like fucking lunatics.
My prowess is
Gonna need to burn this to the ground real quick. I'm gonna loot and occupy because I've been taking attrition in this territory. Really should look at my gear at some point, but it just doesn't feel necessary.
Destiny beckons.
So where's the rest of your land? It's like all the way down here or some shit. This is the lord I'm supposed to kill. They don't even have an army. Hey, just, if I double click your flag, where do you live? You live at the Blacklight Tower. Okay, thank you. I'm going to enter in camp stance to try to negate the attrition here.
Even archmages.
Yeah, that does work. And just move forward a tiny bit.
Magic.
Meanwhile, over here, don't mind me, not doing anything weird. I'm gonna go into channeling stance and come stand next to your city. We're definitely not at war. Don't worry about it, man. It occurred to me that I haven't been repairing buildings in all these lands I've been conquering. I should probably do that and destroy all their random military buildings. Oh, there's an outpost available notification. So I can build an outpost with the Heralds of Ariel, and it can let me recruit a bunch of units that I already have access to. Isn't that just so cool? Oh wait, this is Safari. So this is under war coordination, I think. I don't want to do it with you. I want to do it with Heralds of Ariel. And you can see there are no recruitable units with her. Cool. I'm not going to do that then. That seems bad. I feel like I'm doing something wrong, but I'm ending turn. I don't think there's anything left to do. It's just like, I think I'm at the point in the game where I'm not using the Sword of Cain and I'm not building doom stacks. And like, sure, I'm conquering the whole world, but I feel like I should be getting the Sword of Cain and building doom stacks. And in particular, I feel like I should probably be, I didn't actually check what my money was at the end of the turn. I just finished repairing stuff, so I probably banked a lot of money for no reason that turn, considering all the money I made from sacking settlements. That was the mistake I was making. I finally figured out what it was, just far too late. But I think what I want to start doing is working on the Sisters of Avalor and Doomstack. That's something that hasn't happened yet that definitely should be happening. A part of me thinks I should just attack this person immediately, because, you know, they hate me. They kind of like that I'm killing people, but they really don't like that I'm killing Nagaron specifically. And they don't like that I'm working with the Heralds. Wait, do they not have baseline aversion? Yeah, this person doesn't actually baseline hate me. I mean, they do hate me, but not from baseline hatred of elves. I mean, like, I am gonna conquer them, but I'm gonna wait for my other army to get around to them, right? I need to wrap up what I'm doing in Nagaron first. Who are you, by the way?
The skull shall be removed slowly,
Valkia the Bloody.
the most painful way possible.
Yeah, you're very hostile. Natural aversion maximum. Hate that I'm working with Ariel. Hate that I'm working against everyone I've ever worked against. So the bad news is they will attack me. The good news is they're rank like fucking 80 out of 100. So not the biggest deal when they do, but I do have to worry about it. So it looks like the way a Tyrion campaign should naturally progress is you kill these dwarves just because they're in the way, you come all the way to the top of the corner of the map, and then you sweep across the entire Chaos Waste. And the reason I think this is because if you come over to the long victory conditions, like Nagaron I've got, they're fine. But Haggrafe is all the way over here in the northern Chaos Waste, and the Blessed Dread I need to take a sea lane to get to, because they're the elves that spawn in the Far East, and that's not happening. Wait, is there anything left for the High Elves, for the Dark Elves, other than Nagarons?
The undying forest.
Oh, wait a second, I think that Malekith is dead. I wasn't really paying a lot of attention. This is their last settlement, I think. 1 second. Continue siege. Move forward the giant fuck-off dragon that's standing behind you. Can't even see the movement area because it's so big. Yeah, now it's decisive victory, low casualties. I think Malekith is dead. I'm definitely going to sack and occupy again. I like all the money I'm getting. Trickster's Pendant. No, they're still alive. These both have the same movement. I like Illyrial more, so I'll use a side-in to Oculus. No, Malekith does appear to still be alive, so he has a settlement somewhere that I've just forgotten about.
I'm your queen.
Oh, faction destroyed. Right, yeah. It wasn't actually conquered until I did that. That'll do it. There we go. Figured it out. Short victory achieved. We can now get more heroes. And we now have the awkward question of what to do with all our armies up here. This is also at war with me. Your territory is so messed up and all over the place. But it does make it obvious what I need to do. I need to come deal with this. Right now I'm safe in the settlement, but I definitely want to bring down more territory, or more people rather. We're already in March. We're gonna come stand right here to make sure it can't slip by us. If it attacks, we'll pull the other one. Illyrial is trapped here. Is Tyrion gonna stay in the north and just start declaring war on a bunch of dwarves for no reason? The dwarves do hate us, don't they? They don't hate us that much. The thing is, like, I'm not really prepared to go to war with them. There's a bunch of other shit happening here that feels like I should wrap it up first, and the dwarves probably won't go to war with me immediately, so no, I don't want to deal with the dwarves. Ideally, I just want them to sit here and never do anything, because I'm much stronger than them. I don't know if that's actually a thing that I can reasonably expect them to do. This is a fight I have to deal with eventually, but Tyrion on his own probably isn't a good match for it. I mean, his army is a very high experience. They'll be fine. The correct thing to do is probably enter in camp stance, which you can't do in a city, but oh. It sucks out there. We should probably repair this as well. That just seems important. I'm not sure what Tyrion should be doing. It's gotta be stance, march, and come down to here, right? Even if that hurts like hell. Like, I'm just not in a relevant location right now. Now, over here, we have to figure out how the hell you get to Blacklight Tower. You might just have to get back in the water. There's a route around through land. It just absolutely sucks. Up here and into the water is not gonna be much better. This is so annoying. There's so much attrition. I don't think the right's back either. It's out for another 10 turns. Their lord is here with an army that doesn't look that good. Yeah, no, I'm taking this guy out. Like, we're going to war very soon anyway. Wait, 1 second, 1 second. I'm doing this wrong. I had to get into the habit of doing it the right way. We go to you, we check who you're at war with. Undiscovered, undiscovered, the Decadent Host.
What are you?
All right, so the Decadent Host is like not a real faction, and I can't talk to them, apparently. There we go. Finally got to talk to you. You're a very real faction. You're a legendary lord. I don't know why he's been so averse to talking when I clicked on him earlier. Anyway, I know that you hate me, like, absolutely to death. But I will join your war against the Drowned. What will you give me? 700 bucks? Sure. It's not like I wasn't gonna do that immediately anyway.
The vortex.
We move up to give assistance here. And then we take you out with Alistair. Oh, you're not even a settlement. I thought you were a place.
High magic.
Probably don't want to be in camp. Probably want to be in March.
Do not tarry.
Lord of Ulthuan.
First, we're gonna move on Alistair. It's already decisive victory low. There's no reason to bring anyone else. Yeah, auto resolve. Just minimize the attrition damage on the other stack. We don't need to do anything else. 1100. I think I actually want the army replenishment. 15%'s a lot, and we kind of need the troops because of all the attrition around. Really should look at, like, I got Pirate Hunter, you're right, you're a legendary lord. Plus, I've been fighting against Vampire Coast. Wouldn't you know it? That's what we're doing.
Lethal grace given.
Go into March. March somehow doesn't give me more movements.
Your will is done.
That's okay, you can hang out there, I guess.
Master of high
Then over here, come out of March. Because we're never making it where we want to go. You can stay in and camp.
Destiny
Take
lies
one step
there.
over there. And I think we're gonna globally recruit these bolt throwers that you don't have and desperately need. I have $34,000. Yeah, last turn I ended with a lot of money, and I've made much more by just sacking Malekith into the ground over 2 turns, huh? Oh, we're able to move here this turn. Yeah, you should leave. You don't want to, though. I'm going to auto-resolve, and you're going to die, and I'm gonna take minimal casualties then. If I brought the other army in, they might run away and things get more awkward, but like, yeah, it's just really solid. I don't need the money, I'll take the replenishment, even though it's relatively minor. So that was probably the one army they had based on how shit they appeared to be. And then we'll come down and knock out Circle of Destruction next turn. And Hotek's column is here, meaning that this place is more drowned. It's a fairly large group. But that was essentially my plan, right? I want to take out everything over here. So like hypothetically, if I were playing a full campaign, I would have nothing left in this area. It would just be the Chaos Waste I need to worry about and the possibility of the orcs crossing the Narrow Sea. I don't know what this is called. The Narrow Sea is just my go-to word after Game of Thrones. How long do I can declare war on you, by the way?
Prepare
4
to
turns.
be ripped.
On the subject of how long do I have to wait for X, you want to Confederate, dude?
Asser,
Hey! He broke 150, instantly became willing to join Confederation. So the baseline evaluation drops from a -90 to -10 when I crossed 150. Kind of a big deal. I would like to propose an offer to you. Now that I've done that, let's sort out my probable bankruptcy as a result of doing this. Because how many army? Oh, just the one. Nice. Oh, you've made silver and guards, you poor fool. Like, they're not terrible, it's just they cost so much money and they're not what this faction's good at. Are you good? You're a level 1 Archmage of Beast because you've never been in a fight. I'm gonna be real with you, I don't want this. Get this out of my faction. I don't need these armies.
High Elven Archmage.
Incorrect. And now we need to look at your territory. It can do tribute to the Phoenixing like everyone else. Well, you don't need this. We're not doing that. What is this? Oh, that's the good one. Good choice. It's in a settlement that can never build the tier 4 window, so it's not actually a good choice. Drop this here. I don't trade with that many people, but I guess I'll unlock the great weapons technology by building an iron smelter. Let's go back to Lords before we start spending this 32,000. Oh, they're done.
Seeking a
Look, I
trial.
moved them now. I've realized that I've been sorting my provinces by how much money they make and improving the better ones. But all these numbers are flat numbers, basically. I'm better off sorting by the bad ones and then fixing them. Which is weird, but neat. Glad I realized this sooner rather than later. I can imagine going many campaigns without making this realization. All right, that's all of my money used. My income should be going up pretty substantially from that. Apparently I have a commandment or 2 to drop down. As always, Phoenix King and end the turn. It's nice having all the neighboring Dark Elves be solved. I've been feeling like I've been putting out fires nonstop for a couple of episodes now. Not that they were particularly hard fires to put out, but still.
The blood of my people for generations.
Who even are you? Who the fuck? Where do you live? Here? That's not that far away, we can deal with it. But yeah, that's the exact sort of shit I was talking about. Like, for the first time in a while, I feel like when that happens, it's not a problem. I'm not gonna lose territory to it. I've got armies everywhere they could possibly need to be. We're making money despite all the armies we have. Things are good. For the first time all campaign, it feels like, not all campaign, for the first time since around like episode 3 or 4, it feels like things are just unambiguously good. Now, I could just carve a path through Valkia the Bloody. Can I see how many settlements she has by looking at this?
The rage of
It doesn't seem like it, but I can see what she owns by looking at it like this. It's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe? I don't know. But there's going to be more up here. So she's at war with the Ancestral Throng. Hey, dudes.
I don't have time for words. The Dowie need me.
They'll give me 1,400 gold to dowl her, and that would likely result in me being able to not worry about him. I mean, she's just in the way. She hates me. She's going to dowl me. Better to do it now and get money than later and have no rep gain and no money gain. Now, down here, the Circle of Destruction needs to fall. And that should be a very easy auto-resolve.
Winds of magic.
Now, how much money do I get for sacking it? Basically nothing. I'll take the Occupy then. We really should look at our gear at some point. Next time we have a fight, I will. But for now, I have no reason to. Tons more enemies down here. There's that guy. Just forgot he was there a little bit. Oh, we're already in March. Yeah, just run as far forward as I can here because I can't get anywhere relevant, but I can catch up. Over here, can we both get to the chill road and just win this war right now?
Following your orders.
You're not quite close enough, but you are. So I take the attack on Alariel. It's not gonna be good enough with her, but then oh! I mean, Tyrion's still coming, so hold the siege. Like, we'll be able to do the same thing, but better.
Champion of the
I just
Queen.
Assumed you would need the help. Cause like, there's a garrisoning army. It appears to be her main army. But okay. 74 lost, huh? Just going to Occupy. Sacking doesn't really get me anything, so no reason to take the risk. We killed Kygast, whoever the fuck Kygast was. Tyrion's all but out of movement. There's still no reason not to enter into March and just move to the other side of this. I guess because it gives me more attrition damage. I'm going to take that same attrition damage anyway, no matter what I do. Alariel was faster. She could probably get to Great Arena. I can get to Grond. And we'll just cut straight through this bitch to get to the person who dialed me. Probably the best way of getting here. I don't know for sure, though. Who are you? You're Sigvald. Oh, you're going to hate me, right? Like, I'm doing shit you don't like. Who's at war with you? No one. Wait, no, not them. Oh, well. I can't really do diplomacy with them. I already dialed them for you. Well, I dialed them for me, but that's not what happened, diplomatically speaking. So here I can reach Slaver's Point, and then we'll catch up on the other one. Oh wait, Black Creek Spire is right there. Just like forgot about that settlement. Oh, that's my settlement. I just got confused because there's an enemy hero on top of it. It's fine. Melinderai, or whatever her name is, can take over Slaver's Point. Should be an easy fight since it's just the garrison. Minimum money, so just gonna Occupy. And then we're going to go into March and come all the way down and suffer terrible, terrible attrition. But I mean, welcome to the fucking swamp. This place is just terrible. Also, this is what happens when you don't put anyone who's a hero in your army to do the hero things. Just like real quick, can I recruit heroes here? No, I need to, I'm imagining I need to do it at the settlements that actually know how to do this, right? Like the button is enabled somewhere, just not here. Yeah, I can recruit the heroes at places, just not this place.
Protects you.
3 more turns until you get to be dead. Oh, who the hell? Apparently I got this army last turn and didn't know about it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm looking at this and I don't see a single reason that I should be paying $2,500 a turn for that. All right, that's all of my money spent on infrastructure yet again. And I think that's it for the turn. Also, we got short campaign victory. I just realized that was basically our goal for the campaign. We're able to pick up the Sword of Cain. We've got short campaign victory. Very technically speaking, I think I'm done. I think I'm gonna start recording, like going for long victory, but since it does appear to be an auto-resolve steamroller towards the long victory, I don't know that I'll be doing all of that in one chunk where I'm being clear about what's happening.
To keep you from our realm.
What, you want a peace treaty? $3,000 is chump change. What do you actually got? 5,500 still nowhere near enough. No, thank you. You can just die instead. It's more efficient. But after we wrap up this video, and I'm about an hour into recording, so it'll be probably the end of the next turn, I'm gonna go ahead and have one more video where I go for long campaign victory, and I don't really, it's gonna be much more, what's it called? I was looking for an adjective that means containing the characteristics of an anthology, like anthological. Like, it's not a word that I know of, and I don't think it is one. But the next episode's gonna be more of an anthology where we skip through turns very quickly, talk about people being idiots, show off the big battles that happen. It's probably gonna be like 3 hours of gameplay condensed down to very, very hard, as opposed to more or less the same speed that I'm playing, like most of my episodes are. Normally editing kills a little bit of dead time, condenses it down by like 10 to 25% depending on the episode, but next episode's gonna be very different. Anyway, for now, nothing interesting happened over the end turn, so what we're gonna be doing, precise fletching. In the next steamroller of auto resolves, it'll be even more steamrolled. but that'll be for next time. For now, I consider this to be an aggressively won campaign. As I suspected, I thought that I would need to play on a higher difficulty, and I do. I'll be playing on hard next campaign at the vampire counts, but again, at least one more episode of this, going for a long victory where I edit it down much more heavily. For now, I'm done. I've had a lot of fun, even though I definitely think the difficulty is not high enough to challenge me. I hope you enjoyed watching me learn this first campaign, and I hope you enjoy seeing a very different campaign in the near future with the vampire counts, because that's going to be a faction that doesn't even have archers, let alone the ability to build nothing but archers like a goober. Instead, I'll build nothing but zombies like a goober. I'm sure I'll find a way to make it a meme. But anyways, let's not ramble too much about the future now. Let's wrap this video up. I'd rather go here. Thank you for watching. Thank you, my one Patreon supporter, Jeffrey B. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am, and I'll see you in the next one.